afternoon and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we are going to be recreating the James Charles campaign photo for his palette, which was the Morphe and James Charles collaboration of Unleash Your Inner Artist. So the campaign photo looks like this. So I will post it right here for you guys so you guys can see. It was the one where he did part of his makeup is on and the rest of it is white with body paint. So I am going to try to recreate this. So it is like a very gorgeous, glamorous, rainbow kind of eyes, and then his normal foundation and bronzer, and then the rest of his face and his neck going down is white. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So I'm not going to be following a James Charles tutorial on how to do this look. I'm just going to be going off of the photo and doing it how I think I want mine to look and how I want it to turn out. So it's not going to be completely exact, but I'm going to try my damnedest. So I am going to go in with the Cover FX primer, blurring primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. And now I am going to go in to the ColourPop No Filter Concealer with the color 06, Fair 06, so it looks like this, and I am going to prime my eyelids. And then I am going to blend that in with a Morphe sponge, the contour and highlight sponge. Now to set it, I'm just going to go in with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to go into the color Flashback using the James Charles palette. It's just white, and I'm just going to set it that way. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to do it how I want to. So in the photo it goes orange, pink, red, purple, green, a little bit of yellow, and then white is going inside it. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So I am going to go into my double-ended Lexi brush. I have all my brushes right here. They're all clean for once. It's amazing. So my double-ended Lexi brush looks like this. And I am going to go into the orange in the palette, which is called 518. And I'm just going to blend that all in my crease. If you want to recreate this look, you're either going to have a towel so you can constantly wipe your brush off, the pigments off, or you're going to want to have a bunch of different brushes to use for the different colors. So that was 518. Now I am just going to wipe it off on my hand, and I'm going to go into the red that's in the palette that is called You're Kidding, and I'm going to put that on the center. Now I'm going to go back into 518 and just blend those two colors together. And now on the outer corners he goes into like almost, I believe it's just red that goes all the way out, but it kind of looks almost pink. So I'm gonna take You're Kidding and just bring it all the way out into kind of like a wing shape. So it goes up into something like that. And then he has purple going right underneath that red, so that's where it almost looks like it is like a pink color. So I am going to go in with a smaller blending brush. So I'm going to go in with this blending brush, and it's the one that I got in my BoxyCharm, and it's the Luxie 121 Mini Tapered. And I'm going to go into the color Escape, which is a deep purple, and I'm just going to put that right underneath that red. And then I'm going to go back in with the You're Kidding color and just blend those two together. Alright, so now that you have the purple, red, and orange on, we can move on to just the smallest amount of blue. So we're going to go into another small blending brush. So we're going to go into the Luxie 131 Mini Angled. And we're going to go in with the color Playground, I believe. Yes, Playground. And we're going to put that right next to the purple. And then we're going to go in with a little bit more of the purple, which is Escape. And Playground. And then the rest of the eye is going to be white. So we are gonna have to do a cut crease just on the center and put in the white color. So I'm gonna do that at the very end. So I'm gonna go in and I'm going to do my eyebrows really quickly and my foundation. So I'm gonna do my full face of foundation, just my regular foundation, nothing special about that. And then I'm gonna go in and do the under eyes with you guys after my foundation is on. So the under eyes are purple, green, then white. So we're gonna go back in with the purple that we used, but I think I'm gonna use a smaller brush. So I'm gonna go in with a brush like this. So this is the Alamar Cosmetics, just the flat one. And I'm gonna go in with the purple, which is Escape. And I'm just going to follow where I stopped with the other purple, and I'm just gonna bring it down. Maybe I'm gonna use a different brush. We're gonna go in with the Luxie Mini Angled Brush, the one that I used with the blue. So we're gonna go in with the purple, which is Escape. And we're just going to bring that right underneath my waterline on the outer corner. And using that Alamar brush, we're gonna connect the two colors. We have something like that on the under eye. And now we're gonna move on to the green. So now using that angled brush, I just cleaned it off on a towel. So now we're gonna go into Social Blade, which is lime green, and we are going to put that in the center. And then on the inner corner is white again, and then it goes up. So I'm gonna quickly go in and do the exact same thing on this eye, and then we can go in with some concealer and some white. All right, so I actually found a photo of what his lids look like that don't look anything like what we have going on here, because he did cut his crease and then he did use blue and white. So I think I'm going to, let's just cut the crease. So I'm gonna go in with a flat brush like this. This is my mermaid brush, and I am gonna go in with a concealer. So this is the concealer ColourPop in the color Fair 08, and I'm just going to coat my brush in concealer. I'm not going to touch the outer portion, it's just going to be the inside. So I'm gonna go in and cut the crease here. To just on the inner corners, and then I'm gonna go back in with a blender brush, and I am going to go in with the white, and I'm going to first offset it, and then I'm going to go back into the color 518, and I'm going to blend the top of the concealer, and I'm going to go in with You're Kidding. And now the inside of his crease is a lot higher than mine, so it's going to obviously look different, but I'm just going to make it a little bit more white. And then I can go in and just fill in where that blue is. So I'm gonna go in with the color Playground again. And then again in with the color Escape. And then because the concealer is already white, there isn't a whole lot that we need to do there. I'm just gonna go in with a very small brush. I'm actually gonna go in with the other side of my Luxie brush, which is the eyeshadow part, and I'm just gonna go in with with Flashback, and I'm just going to make that even more white and blend it all in together. And that is the finished eye portion of the look. So, well, I have to do the under eye actually. So we're gonna go in with some white on this side. So I don't really need to, well, I'll use a little bit of concealer. So I'm gonna use a little bit of concealer on the inner corner and bring it down to just underneath the eye. I have something like that. And then I'm gonna go in with the same, Flashback, and I'm going to just cover that with some white. So you have something that looks like this. I think it looks really cool and really pretty. So now I'm gonna go quickly and do the other eye, the exact same, and then we can come back to do the bronzer and get into some of the face paint. So I will be right back. All right, so the face is officially done for the eye portion part. So now we are going to move on to some bronzer. So just to recap you guys on what I did while I was off camera, I quickly put on some falsies. My lashes are the Lashaholic Luxury lashes that we got in our BoxyCharm in November, and my under eye lashes are the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and everything else I did on timer with you guys. So now we are going to move on to the bronzer. I also threw on a little bit of liner just so that the lashes didn't look so strange when I put them on, because I just don't personally like wearing lashes without having eyeliner on. In James Charles' picture, it doesn't look like he's wearing liner, so, oh no, it does. He has the thin little bit of liner, so that is actually right. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Highlight and Sculpting Palette. So I am gonna go in using this shade and this shade. I like the warm shades in the palette, so it was this one right here and this one right here. The middle one right there is a little bit too cool for me. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm going to contour my cheeks. And then I go in and I contour my jaw. And then I like to go in with the banana shade in the palette, so this one right here, and I put that all over my forehead just to set the foundation or concealer that I used that day. And then on my apples of my cheeks, I am going to go in with the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. And now the bronzing is done. Now we can go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Highlight in the color Pearl. And I'm just going to go in with a Luxie tapered highlight brush, and I'm just going to quickly highlight my high points. And I'm going to keep the highlight out because I may want to use it again once we are done the body paint white portion. So now that the face is officially done, I'm going to quickly snap a photo of this, and then we can move on to the white out portion where he does white across his forehead and on his chest and on his mouth. So his is definitely going in like a diagonal line, and it's not straight, doesn't have to be straight. You don't have to do it exactly the way James did it. He also has it going across his nose. You can do it any way you want. I'm going to probably follow how he did it just because I want to try to recreate it as best as I can, but do whatever you want. It's literally called Unleash Your Inner Artist, so do whatever you want. So I'm quickly gonna take a photo of this, and then we can move on to the body paint. Alright, so now that that's all done and out of the way, I'm going to quickly pull my straps down so they're not in the way, and we can go on into doing the white portion. So I'm going to be going in using Mebron's Paradise Makeup in the shade White. So this is a water activated face paint, and so I'm just going to quickly activate it using some setting spray. So this is the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. So I'm just spraying it on my circle, and I'm just gonna go in and do the white strokes. You know what, I actually might need to grab some water. All right, so I just grabbed some water from my kitchen in a mug, and I'm just going to activate my paint. So how Mebron Paradise Makeup works is the more water you use, the easier it will be to spread over a larger portion of canvas or skin. But since I want it to be fairly thick and not sheer at all, I want it to be very thick, I'm only going in with a little bit of water. So I'm just using enough to water activate the paint, and then using the runoff from the paint and just dipping it back into my cup. Now I'm gonna go in and do the white. Now, once you have your forehead covered, your half your ear covered, your mouth covered, and your shoulders covered, you can go in and you can do the nose portion. So the nose portion. Now, don't worry about your lines being perfect. It's supposed to look like a brush stroke, so don't worry about it at all. If yours looks absolutely nothing like mine, you didn't do it wrong, because mine may not look anything like James. I don't know. I don't even know if he'll see this. I think this was just a really fun look, a really fun exercise for somebody that, if they aren't feeling too creative lately, or they're really wanting to get back into makeup and they really want to do a fun look, but they seem like they're just stuck and they can't come up with any ideas, nothing is working. Good God, just recreated James' tutorial. Like, honestly, his tutorials are so good. His looks are so good. He is just amazing. Just, even if you don't like him as a creator, you can appreciate that he makes really cool concepts come to life. And I don't even care if you don't like him. I fucking love James Charles. I think he is amazing. His palette is one of the best Morphe shadows that I've ever used. I haven't really done a full-blown review on his palette, so I'm just going to talk about it a little bit in this video. His makeup that he created with Morphe in this collection is so awesome. It blends out so well. The shadows are amazing. They're so pigmented. I absolutely love them. I used them for my Christmas collection, I used them for my Christmas videos, I used them in this video, and I think they look absolutely stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous. The color range that he created is so beautiful, and I honestly don't understand why people are disliking it. I think it's amazing. That's just me personally. I haven't done a full-blown review on it yet. I will in the future. Maybe this weekend I will do a video just talking about why I like it so much, but I definitely do like this palette. I think this palette is really amazing. It was really worth the money. It's only like $40. I live in Canada, so it's only like $40 on the Morphe site, and I think it's well worth your money. So if you haven't had the chance to order it yet, I would highly recommend it, or go to the store if you're in the States, go to the store and pick one up. I know they are really hard to get right now because there is a high demand for them and they keep selling out, but I mean, good job, James. You created such an iconic palette with Morphe, and it is amazing. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys did like it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you guys did like my recreation of the James Charles campaign photo that he did, which was the Unleash Your Inner Artist. He did a whole trailer, and this was the look that he did. I believe this was the look he did for his campaign, and it was absolutely stunning, and I fell in love with it, and I really wanted to recreate it, and it took me until December 4th. It took me to January 4th to finally be able to do it, because I needed to finish the Christmas series first, but I'm super glad that I did create it, and this is bugging me. Here we go. And I am so glad that I did. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and will come subscribe if you are already subscribed, and I will see you guys at my next video. Bye!